friends, welcome to our midweek moment. I am not in my usual spot today. I'm out traveling today, but I wanted to just take a moment and chat a little bit about what we talked about in the sermon this week, is that detoxing our spirit can happen through reading scripture. And I mentioned that the sermon that I know it can be really intimidating to know, like, where do I start? If I want to read the Bible, should I just read it straight through? Do I just open it and find something to read? And it can be really intimidating. And if you land in the wrong book, it can be really confusing. Or if you start in the wrong spot, it can be like, what am I even reading about? So I wanted to just give some ideas of where to start. If you're new to reading scripture, if you want to start reading, what can you do? Now, there are a lot of Bible plans out there that will take you through reading the Bible in a year or reading the Bible, over a certain season. And any of those can work for you. I'd recommend checking them out. Like during the season of Lent, we read through a gospel together. We read so many passages or so many verses each day to get through it in the 40 days. Some of that can be a little intimidating and it can feel a little restrictive. Like, I don't have time to sit and read every day. So what do I do? So this is what I would recommend. Find yourself a Bible that you can read. I really like to highlight and mark up verses in my Bible, make notes in the margins. So you might get like a journaling Bible where you can do that. You can buy some Bible highlighters. There's special highlighters made just for Bibles because the pages are so thin. And you can really dive into it and in a non-intimidating way, because you're just taking notes for yourself. And like, what do you notice in the scripture? I always recommend reading a gospel first. If you're just starting to read the Bible, pick one. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Luke is my favorite. I'm a little biased towards it, but just pick a gospel that might be interesting to you. Once you make your way through the 4 gospels, maybe try reading Genesis. It's a great book of stories, and so it's kind of an easy read because you're just reading the story of humanity and how we kind of got our start. So those are some places to start. You can even move into Exodus. It continues to be a good kind of narrative read. Then you get to Leviticus, and that can be a little tricky. So if you're reading through the Bible from the front to the back, pastors often call Leviticus the graveyard of good intentions, because you're like going to read through the whole Bible, and you get to Leviticus and you're like, what is this even talking about? Because it's a bunch of Old Testament laws. Some of it's very confusing. And so it's not that you shouldn't read it. It's just, if you're going through it the first time, know that it's okay to maybe skip over things that don't make sense to you and find a section that maybe brings you more interest, is going to keep you reading. You might also try reading Psalms. There's some really great stuff in the Psalms. It's so relatable. Because it just talks about like what it means to be human and the feelings that we have, and how we can be thankful to God and also really angry at the same time, or we can be really sad and not understanding God, but also praising God at the same time. So it's also a great book to check out. Wherever you start, know that it's going to be a bit of a challenge, and that's okay. You're going to have questions, and that's okay. You can always come to me with questions. I would be happy to chat with you about it. If I don't know the answer, I can help you find the answer. So when we're reading scripture, when we're reading for transformation, it's important to just do it, to get out there and start it. So I wish you all the best on your reading journey. And if you have any questions or want to talk more about it, please let me know, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.